My name's Stephen Horton. I am from West Greenwich, Rhode Island. I am 55 years old. I'm married. We've been married for, me and my wife Lori have been married for 30 years come September. We love to go camping. That's probably what we do the most. Whenever we go on vacations, it's usually camping for a week someplace. Usually it's New England. We live in New England, so we've been all over New England. I'm a youth group leader at my church, and I've been doing that for 14 years, and I have anywhere from 15 to 30 teenagers, young adults, every Friday night from 7 to 10 at night. I was born hard of hearing, but they did not figure that out until I was 10 years old. It was actually my 4th grade teacher who, her name was Miss Scott. She walked around the class when she asked questions. She would notice that if she went behind me or around the class and asked me a question, I wouldn't even acknowledge that she had asked a question. And then she'd come around in front of me and I would answer the question. So she was the first one that noticed it and sent me to the school audiologist and found out that I had a profound hearing loss of 50% in both ears. My parents could only afford one hearing aid, so I had this big bulky hearing aid always on the left ear. Because it was so big and bulky back then, it would be flopping my ear. So if you were to look straight on, you'll see the right ear looks fine, except with glasses on, and then with the right ear would be like that. I was always into sports. Always played, baseball, basketball, always swam. I was a catcher. And picture in baseball, when you're a catcher and there's a pop fly, you have to rip off your mask. Well, my glasses and my hearing aid would go with it. So now I'm blind and deaf. And I still had to catch the ball, and a lot of times I did. As any hearing aid user will tell you, the hearing aid batteries will always go at the most inconvenient time. For instance, you're having a meeting with your boss, and all of a sudden the hearing aid, battery goes, and he's a very soft-spoken guy, and you cannot hear what he's saying unless you change your hearing aid. Never failed when you're in a movie theater, and all of a sudden the battery goes. It takes a little bit of time to change the battery, especially in the dark. Conference at work, all sitting around the table, and all of a sudden your battery goes, and you won't be able to hear unless it's because they are so small, and you drop them at the most inconvenient times. I remember sitting in a conference with a bunch of ladies with skirts on, and all of a sudden the battery dropped down and went under the table. I did not go down and get that battery. With the Z-Power, it's just incredible that you can get up in the morning, your battery, the lights on your charger are solid, so you take them out, you put them in your ears, and then before you go to bed, you take them out and you put them in, the lights stop blinking, you know that they're charging, and they'll be ready there in the morning. It's unbelievably convenient and easy, and you don't have to worry about the low battery tone going off at any point in time. It's just one thing that it is that much better. Unless you're a hearing aid user, you wouldn't understand it. But it's just makes your quality of life one step better.